Happy New Year. I see that you're freezing also somewhere in the cold. तो कैसा लग रहा है बम्बई की गर्मी से दूर नॉर्थ के हिल्स में?
अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि यहाँ एटलीस्ट रियल सर्दी तो है। बॉम्बे में क्या होता है, थोड़ी सी भी सर्दी होती है, मैं सड़क पे देखती हूँ लोग मंकी कैप पहन लेते हैं। तो कभी कभी यहाँ जस्टिफाइड तो लग रहा है मंकी कैप पहनना या स्वेटर जैकेट पहनना।
Awesome. So, Apina, we have Madam Chief Minister. So, Nagma Khatun, भोली पंजाबन और मैडम चीफ मिनिस्टर एक साथ मिले तो क्या वार्तालाप होगी उन तीनों के बीच?
आई थिंक अगर मैडम चीफ मिनिस्टर भोली और नगमा साथ में मिले तो नगमा अपने दुश्मनों को सजा दिलवाएगी, भोली कोई टेंडर खींच लेगी मैडम के हाथ से और मैडम चीफ मिनिस्टर दोनों को नौकरी पे रख लेंगी जरूर।
Awesome. But you know, ever since the trailer and the poster came out, it's been in the news constantly. But let's go back. What made you say yes? What was it like getting under the skin of this character from day one to day two? How had Richa, the actor, changed?
I mean, this was a fantastic part for me. When it came to me, I thought, my first thought was, okay, a story like this hasn't been told before. I have not seen it on celluloid. I have not even seen it on a series or in a show about this one girl who's an underdog, who's brutalized, who's from an oppressed community, who fights and accidentally gets into politics and then soon becomes the chief minister, which is actually just the beginning of her troubles. Because people can't accept a woman, and especially a woman from that background, becoming a leader, you know. So when I got this part, I thought it was really challenging and really new, and I totally wanted to do it. I didn't have any second thoughts.
And it was really interesting how they showed your wigs because they didn't want to chop your tresses. So what was it like spotting different hairstyles?
I didn't want to chop my tresses at that time because I had to at that time get married very soon. So, and they chopped it like they chopped it to the ear length, which is still quite short. It's a very short cut. But to because I have very thick hair, nice big Punjabi volume to fit it all into a wig. So they still chopped it quite short. It's taken me a year to have even this much long hair. But I mean, खन्ना शादी हुई ना कुछ तो बट चलिए चलो हाँ बुरा नहीं लग रहा है, एक अच्छी बात है।
तो चीफ मिनिस्टर फिल्म भी रिलीज हो रही है, शादी भी इस साल इंशाल्लाह हो ही जाएगी, कोविड सब कुछ ठीक ठाक हो जाए। Look at her laughing. And also, fingers crossed too. Also, do you think, like we had an Article 15, the way we look at the caste system over the years in Indian films, filmmakers have, played with this. Have depicted this narrative. Do you feel somewhere the caste system goes unseen on celluloid as such? Do you think this will change the...
I don't think it goes unseen. Actually, we have a pretty rich history of talking about caste and making films about caste. But were there enough mainstream films being made about caste? I don't know. I was reading up on it. The first film to be made on caste was made in 1936, which was Achut Kanya.
Yeah.
Ashok Kumar and Devika Rani. Made by a foreign director, but Achut Kanya made in 1936 was the first film about caste. Then there was Sujata. Yeah. Then, the slew of hits from the 80s, like the parallel film things, which some had a context of caste, like Mirch Masala and Akrosh, Ankur. Others were directly about caste, like Sadgati, which was made by Satyajit Ray. And so on and so forth. And then we had, recently we had the Masan and Sairat and Article 15 and this now. So I don't think this film is per se about caste, but the context of caste is very much there. The fact that this leader is from the oppressed community, that is not hidden, that is quite, like we are quite vocal about it all the time. So I think that the film industry doesn't really shy away from talking about caste, but mainstream films perhaps. But that could also be because we don't readily accept our own mistakes. In society, we don't talk about caste so much. Whenever there's a crime that has a caste angle, if we go back and look at this, and it's not about which party is in power now, but to dilute the role of caste, whether it's the Maharashtra, Khair Lanji in Maharashtra, that atrocity, or the Hathras rape, or the suicide of Rohit Vemula, where they try to completely whitewash, eradicate the role of caste. So
True.
अगर society में इतनी whitewashing चलती है, तो obviously in film industry also it's no different. It's a part of society.
True.
They're still going to be guarded about discussing this openly, but this is something that we must all talk about and figure out that this is not a good thing for any of us, and it holds us back in many ways, mentally, spiritually. It holds us back.
So, I mean, as an actor, who I even call you an actor activist who raises a voice rightly for the things that she believes in, was that another reason that you actually chose to do this film? Was it also your mindset? I mean, what you believe in?
I mean, subconsciously that must have been at play. But when parts come to me, I don't really think like an activist, because I'm also very greedy and a very hungry actor. I like doing challenging parts. My whole career has been about challenging, risky parts. So this is no different for me.
So, I mean, no, but true. I mean, this whole thing that, taking the poster, there was a lot of, people protested. You also put up an Instagram post that there was no intention to offend anyone. Do you think in this time of social media, we have to be politically correct with everything, even when we are actually depicting the truth, or,
I mean, see, as far as that specific situation is concerned, I think there was a fault, and we readily accept it. And the only thing is, I didn't appreciate being trolled for something that wasn't my doing.
Yeah.
But I think since I'm part of the team, I'll take it on the chin, and this one is for the team. And it was an oversight, and we are sorry. That's what I wrote. But again, what political correctness? And it's not possible for everybody to be politically correct all the time, because there is a certain amount of I don't know. I mean, don't you think that at a time when people are saying ridiculous things like women shouldn't go out unless, or they'll be raped, and these are all people in positions of power, the people on our side expect too much from us, like almost perfection.
True.
And this is a liberal dilemma all over the world. Liberals, intellectuals, we are never satisfied. So I don't see this going away. This is a perpetual problem where you're seeking to be perfect in the first go. And I don't think I'll ever really agree with it, because I don't think anyone's perfect. We all learn as people, as industries. What was okay 10 years ago, 20 years ago is not okay anymore.
No, it is true. No,
yeah.
It is true.
So we have to evolve continuously. To expect somebody to be born woke or born evolved or just make no mistake ever is just really, really stupid. And to hold especially actors, female actors, to a higher standard of, I don't know, godliness and virtue, I'm not interested in that.
And talking about perfection, in 2016, you were so vocal about, your fight with bulimia, body shaming, your struggle, because you need to look a certain way. On the other hand, you play characters who actually don't give a damn about how they look. They embrace themselves. So what is it like being, these two diametrically opposite professions and such, where women are still fighting to be heard?
No, we are all fighting to be hot. Who doesn't want to be attractive? Let's not confuse that with actual weird, unrealistic expectations that media and society impose on women and their bodies and their faces and their Botox and their hair and their eyebrows and God knows what all. But see, again, I play characters which are characters now.
Yeah.
I mean, Tara perhaps.
They just happen to be woke. Your characters just happen to be so woke and cool. They just ho jata hai.
I mean, my character Tara doesn't really care about how she looks, but on the other hand, I find that Boli is quite mean. She always has mirrors around her. She's always working out. She has tricks in her hair. She has hired henchmen and things like that. So I mean, it's always a mix of stuff. But yeah, I mean, naturally, I'm not drawn to just Barbie doll roles.
Which you are not. We know that also. So, how
Yeah.
have you changed in these years actually in the industry? And which is the one change you want to see now, having been here for so long?
I don't really know. I mean, it's a big question. I think industry is overall changing for the better,
Hmm.
slowly and steadily. Um, and these like woke debates and woke Olympics are also a sign of that. How
Hmm.
easily
Hmm.
people get cancelled and called out is also a sign of that. We have been changing, things have been getting better, but I think there's a long way to go in terms of not just gender and sexuality representation, but even caste, how to deal with overtly jingoistic content, and how to make films in this time also. That would be interesting going forward. I really don't know what change I want to see, except that I feel like what I wrote in my blog, that filmmakers, writers should be the real stars of
Yeah.
the filmmaking process, not the star or the studio. Or I want the monopoly of certain houses and
Yeah.
like media houses, production houses to actually ease out and give space to newer people, other people. And I think we ought to celebrate our independent stuff a lot more. We have to make stars out of Rohena Gera and Ivan Iyer and Richie Mehta and Chaitanya Tamani. These are the future voices of our industry, and I want them to be celebrated. I think this is amazing that they are making these amazing, beautiful films that are appreciated all over the world. And slowly the Indian audience is also opening up to them.
And we see that changing also. I mean, you've spoken about that, and also you are part of that change. I mean, and when it comes to those narratives about women, I mean, we have seen people like you embracing those characters, good, bad, ugly. And also, I do see a change that women in all their glory are being embraced, are embracing themselves on reel, and we're seeing that stories also coming out. So, which is one of
Yeah.
the roles that you want to tick out on your bucket list going forward?
I think I don't really have a bucket list actually. I just
Something that
go
you
with
want
the.
to do after this, maybe you want to do something lighter, yeah?
I am doing Fukre. What
Huh.
can get lighter than that? I've done a comedy for Anubhav Sinha called Abhi To Party Shuru Hui Hai, which is also really
We are
light.
waiting for that. We are waiting for that. 2 साल पहले we had
Yeah.
discussed this, by the way.
It's amazing. He's too busy now doing things and traveling. He should quickly release it. But these are fun films to be a part of. I would love to do more comedy. I would love to write. Comedy is my favorite genre, as hard as it is for anybody to believe that I'm serious actress. But I love comedy. I think that you can say so much more with comedy, that you can't with perhaps straightforward narratives or drama.
True. So what can we expect in Fukre 3? Really looking forward to the gang getting together now.
Yeah, the gang gets together often in real life behind the scenes. I don't know, craziness, chucha panti, and lots of bholi chucha, weird, adorable things.
Looking forward to that. And
Yeah.
moving away from films, let me ask you, like, just like a friendly banter here. What's your non-resolution for 2021?
Non-resolution. I really want to stop thinking. I think that a lot of us are overthinkers, and it weighs me down how much I think. I don't want to think. I don't want to worry so much about the world and climate change. I think I have eco anxiety, where I'm constantly looking at people around me using plastic bottles or straws, and I'm, picking up cigarette butts after people have just dashed them anywhere, and switching off electricity wherever I go because I'm like, oh my god, climate change, glaciers are melting. Why can't people see? And because most people can't see, they treat it like it's your personal problem. Like,
Hmm.
अच्छा, oh glaciers melt हो रहे is like, oh इनको period आया है. They don't really think that we are all in this together. So I want to worry less about that. I want to lead by example, and I think I am also making efforts in the right direction.
No, that's what I say. You walk your talk. I mean, one can see if one was to go to your social media handle, you don't think twice before voicing your opinion, good, bad, whatever you believe in, and that's amazing. But do you feel sometimes people in the industry get a little scared from voicing it, get a little guarded, even though they might believe in, but they're like, no, it's that public image.
Of course, no, it's not public image. People used to voice their opinion very openly, whether it was for diesel and petrol prices or climate change or a rape case or whatever. Now they voice their opinion basis which party they support, which is very tragic. And I think that's overall that's bad for society. Um, Having said that, I mean, I think everyone has compulsions and majburiyan and and I don't want to judge them. Mm, but yeah, I mean, there is a certain degree of responsibility if you're, but depends on the person that you are. Some people are just not aware also, they don't know. They live in their own little bubble of Bollywood uncles and aunties and happiness. उनको नहीं पता चलता तो वो नहीं बोलते हैं.
Right.
It's
When you
okay.
spoke about, no, and also you spoke about something really interesting. I was reading Parveen Babi's book, and you were one of the few people who spoke about royalty for actors, for A.K. Hangal Saab, for Parveen Babi. Do you actually, I mean, going forward, I think we should have something like this, but we don't. जिन्होंने पैसा कमा लिया, इन्वेस्ट कर लिया, बाकी, कहाँ गए वो लोग, like.
I mean, yeah, when you hear of terrible things like Bhagwan Dada or how he died, it's just tragic. People who entertained us, that in some way, an actor belongs to the people. The things we do, the dialogues we say, like dialogues from Sholay or from Gangs of Wasipur, are repeated in every social media interaction or between people to each other. So then the things we do, the writers, the things they write, the things they create, actors, the things they give their bodies to, and I think that there should be royalty for actors. I don't think it's an unfair demand.
Absolutely. Agree with you
It's
on
really
that.
not. And I've really hats off to someone like Javed Akhtar who fought a case for so long and won it. And we all have to. Sometimes you just have to fight for these basic things. But I think change is on the anvil, and I hope we can get there soon.
We will if we have voices like you. So if you were to write your biography, what would it be called?
Whose biography?
अपनी अगर अपनी ऑटोबायोग्राफी आत्मकथा लिखी होती उसका टाइटल क्या होगा? ऑटोबायोग्राफी तो क्या होगा उसका टाइटल? You don't tell me. An overthinker, I'm sure you're making points, notes. One day you might just write a book. Now, if you want to write, I'm sure that's going to happen soon.
No, I'll write a book, but I don't know if I'll write an autobiography.
Okay. So what kind of book for you to write? And if you were to write a film?
That seems like too much. Like, okay, आओ मेरी कहानी से सीखो. I don't want to do that. Film, maybe I'll write a film or a show. I'll definitely write something comedic and fun.
Awesome. Are you the funny man between Ali and you?
We are both goofy and we make each other laugh, and we both have qualities that make the other person laugh, sometimes unintentionally. Awesome. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Awesome. No wonder we love you all. Thank you so much. All the very best. So in one word, your biggest takeaway from Madam Chief Minister. Biggest takeaway.
In one word. As in for me or for, I'm not understanding. Biggest
for you as for you as a person, an actor who's played this part has come out. Which was your biggest takeaway? I'm sure your characters leave something or the other with you. So biggest takeaway.
I just feel like I knew so little. I didn't know I knew so little. I thought I went to a good school and a good college and I'm sensitized and my parents are academics. But I knew so little.
So and when people say it's on a real person, or do you think it's merely coincidental?
Kya?
When people feel it's on a real person, or is it merely coincidental?
No, I can understand people thinking it's based on a real person because there are such few female chief ministers to begin with then like only one from a Dalit background. So I can totally understand their reservations, fears, apprehensions, or I don't know, but I really want to lay them to rest. Once they see the film, they'll know that it's not based on any person or any one person. Actually, it's several elements from several female leaders. And I'm quite surprised because when the trailer came out, I thought if she's riding a bike, if she's getting married, people will see that and
नहीं, वो एक ही चीज देखते हैं और एक ही पकड़ते हैं लोग.
use their own discretion. No, but एक का भी वो नहीं है. Most people are saying कि आप बहन जी पे आपने फिल्म बनाई है. Some people have also said कि आपने प्रियंका गांधी का हेयर स्टाइल और साड़ी कॉपी की है. खादी की साड़ी क्यों पहनी है आपने, कॉटन की साड़ी क्यों पहनी है, ये वो है. So I want to say just watch the film.
Cool. And we're looking forward to all the very best. More power to you, and may your tribe and our tribe grow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, full power. 2021.
Yes.
Bye. Thanks, Pooja. Always such a pleasure.
Same here. Likewise. Likewise. All the best. Take care. Bye. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.